Happy Monday, folks, and welcome back to the Nintendo Wiretap. My name is Amiibo Jason, and on today's episode we have two stories to cover. Both happen to be Super Smash Bros. Related. The first one is a bit of a spoiler, if it turns out to be true, and it's two brand new Mii Fighter costumes have supposedly been leaked, and the second is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is now the best-selling fighting game in history. So, without further ado, let's take a look. Alright folks, here is your warning. Now, this story contains what could potentially be a leak from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so if you don't want to know anything about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate before it's officially announced, I recommend at this point you turn back now. Still here? Alright, here we go! So you know this, I'm sure by now, that Terry from SNK's King of Fighters is coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as the fourth DLC fighter in the Fighter Pass. And typically alongside these fighters, we get some Mii costumes. Now it looks like some of those Mii costumes might have leaked a bit early. Now this comes in the form of a video that came online today. We also have a GIF and an image showing these costumes in action. Now, the first one is a Keiko demon from the Doom franchise. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's kind of the big, kind of meatball-looking demon with a big green eye. You know the one I'm talking about. And the second one is Mallow from Super Mario RPG. Now, this one I wasn't expecting. Mallow happens to be one of my favorite characters ever. He's frickin' adorable, so having him as a Mii Fighter costume is pretty great. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking, what does this mean? Does this possibly mean that Doom Guy and potentially Geno might be coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as playable fighters? Well, at this point, who knows? Now, I know at least Geno has been a fan favorite to come to Super Smash Bros. For the longest time, so this could be an indication that it might happen sooner than you think, but all of this at this point is pure speculation. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is this. Yes, it is a potential that people have modded this into the game itself. I mean, the video is pretty convincing, but one thing to keep in mind is this. The modding community has already confirmed that it's very difficult to mod Mii costumes into Super Smash Bros. So if somebody did end up doing this, the amount of time would be considerable. But I guess with leaks in the past, especially the Grinch leak comes to mind, it is not totally out of the question for somebody to have faked this, but at least to me, this looks pretty darn legit. But what do you guys think about this leak? Do you think it's legit? Do you want to see Mallow or a demon from Doom as Mii Fighter costumes? And even bigger, do you want to see Doom Guy and Geno as full-fledged fighters in Super Smash Bros.? Let me know your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams about all of this in the comments down below. Alright, let's finish up on a positive note, shall we? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is officially the best-selling fighting game of all time. Now, an ultimate milestone has finally been passed. Less than 1 year after its release, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has become the best-selling fighting game in the history of video games, with 15.71 million units sold, even surpassing both the 3DS and the Wii U versions of Super Smash Bros. That came out about 5 years back. Now, you have to admit, this is pretty darn impressive. I mean, this game is brand new, and games like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, I mean, how did it take over all of these amazing franchises? Well, it's probably because the amazing amount of content that's come out after the game is launched, and with a brand new Fighter Pass on the horizon too, it's not totally crazy to think that Smash Ultimate could hit 20 million very, very soon. But there you go, folks. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is now the best-selling fighting game of all time. Share your comments about this milestone with me down in the comments below. Alright folks, that's going to wrap up today's episode of the Nintendo Wiretap. I'll see you soon with yet another episode, but as always until then, stay wired in. Bye guys.